Welcome to Ornaments of Grace, stories for Advent and Christmas. From the Gospel of Luke. The crowds asked John the Baptist, "What should we do?" He said to them in reply, "Whoever has 2 cloaks should share with the person who has none, and whoever has food should do likewise." John Pedley fell into a dangerous trap at age 13. That of uprooting Christ from the center of the universe and placing himself there instead. Such selfishness may not seem strange to parents of teens, but he didn't outgrow this phase at a reasonable pace. He smoked, drank, and stole money to keep going. By age 16, John's selfishness had increased, and he left home to earn money, searching for happiness in alcohol, in dishonest business dealings, and flashy cars and women. He didn't care if his actions hurt somebody else. He just kept striving for woohoo, more thrills, more money. He moved from place to place, from relationship to relationship, and if he got a girl pregnant, they aborted the baby and moved on. He was smart, and he started his own business at age 21. But by 22, he had lost the business, and thugs were after him for the money. He reached a low point and decided to give up, to take a lot of sleeping pills and whiskey and commit suicide. But before he took the pills, he went to a pub to drink. And going into the bathroom, was stopped by a man who said he needed to talk to him. John didn't want to listen to the man, but the man insisted and said he had been directed by Jesus to tell John that Jesus knew he was in trouble and that Jesus loved him and did not want him to give up. Due to this experience, John did not give up. But he still had a long road ahead of him. His selfishness was still entrenched. He paid bills, did business deals, and continued drinking. By age 30, John had a good income and a great car. He could travel. He had lots of material comforts. But he was unhappy. Soon he was into another bad marriage. In 2002, he almost died in a car accident and was in a coma for 6 weeks. However, after his miraculous survival of the accident, he wanted to find something worth living for and began researching world religions and trying out different churches. Finally, he found a church where people of all ages and walks of life actually showed him that God was in their lives. That made a profound difference. He discovered he could relate to the strength, the rebelliousness, and the revolutionary ideas of Jesus, as well as Jesus' love and compassion. He asked Jesus to come into his life. But his prayer was incomplete. He could not yet break the cycle of sin he had embraced for so many years. By age 35, John grew to understand that he could not leave selfishness and sin behind without Jesus giving him the strength. So John asked Jesus to take away from him all that kept him from being fully alive. Over time, he stopped drinking, entered stronger relationships, and began to want to make the world a better place. He sold his expensive farmhouse and used the money to move into a mud hut in Uganda, where he started a charity for orphans and for British children with troubled pasts. Finally, John understood Jesus' call to share what we have with those who have not. John knew happiness. John Pedley is our 15th Ornament of Grace. The crowds asked John the Baptist, "What should we do?" He said to them in reply, "Whoever has 2 cloaks should share with the person who has none, and whoever has food should do likewise." Observing the beautiful ornaments, when you have entered into a cycle of sin, no matter how major or minor, how can believing in Jesus' love for you help you break out of that cycle? How can you share something you have with others to break a focus on making money and collecting material possessions?